Hello and welcome to another Wargame Red Dragon video with me, Bubblebox, and today we're going to be having a preview look at the units that are going to be coming to the new Israeli DLC when it comes out. When's it coming out? It's coming out on October the 4th, 2016, so not too long to wait, just a couple of weeks away. Now for this video I've got all the information from the developers' blogs and also from the Wargame website, and I've also done a little bit of research into Israeli weapons myself and done a bit of a guesstimation on what's going to be added to the pack as well in that respect. Now if you want to have a peek preview of the DLC, then Eugen are going to be streaming on Monday, September the 19th on Twitch at 7 PM Paris time, and I'll put a link to in the description below to their Twitch channel so that you can follow them, and if you get time I'd advise have a look at that to check out what's going to be coming up in the new DLC. First thing to note though about Israel is that it will be a standalone nation like the United States and USSR and will not form coalitions with other nations. On the ground, Israeli tanks are going to be really strong. The pride of the tank fleet being the Merkava family, which looks like being a very strong main battle tank and having a few variants, probably giving good availability and choice. They will also have modified British Centurions and modified American M60s, and they will even have some battle salvage T55s and PT76s to add to the lineup. Whether any of the tanks that have ATGMs as part of their loadout, I'm not sure, but if they do, this would make them a match for those pesky Russian tanks at last. And in fact, ATGMs are going to be a strong point for the Israeli nation, with the Israeli developed Spike missiles both for infantry and vehicle variants, Mapats, essentially TOW2s, and Lahats, gun missile type weapons, both of which I imagine will have vehicle and helicopter variants. There will also be the Nimrod missile, of which I know little except that it is a laser guided ATGM that can be launched from ground-based vehicles as well as from planes. The Israeli infantry lineup looks fairly standard. The regular Reveits, and I'm sorry if I'm going to mispronounce these names, the regular Reveits and reserve Millium squads, Marines the Givati, and airborne the Sahamnim squads, and also the ubiquitous Manpad, Fists and ATGM teams. Recon teams, the Bedouin, Commandos, the Shahayat 13s, and Special Forces, the Maglan, will make up the infantry section. Like the tanks, artillery is going to be another strong area for Israel. A specialist heavy 160mm mortar, yep, 160mm mortar is going to make an appearance in the game. That's much more powerful than any mortar in the game. Currently, the most powerful mortars being around, I think most of the mortars being around 120mm. And you guys know how I love my mortars. Israel will field its own range of MLRS, including the MAR 240, the heavy MAR 290 and the smaller LAR 160. Will any of those be AP? No one knows at the moment, but my bet would be yes, at least one of those is going to have an AP loadout. The Israeli Air Force is looking pretty good, with access to American A4, F4, F-15s and F-16s, and also to the French Mirage 3 and 5, as well as its own variants, the Kfir and the Lavi, which is going to be a prototype air combat aircraft. Loadouts will include modern seed weapons as well, so there's going to be at least one good seed plane available for the deck, and several laser guided bomb loadouts. I'm not sure what that means, but if I say the word Nighthawk to you, then you will know the devastation that these huge HE guided bombs can wreak in Wargame Red Dragon. Israeli helicopter force will be mainly dedicated to anti-tank duty once again, with the Lahatut, or basically a TOW defender, in different variants, and the awesome sounding Peta Apache tank hunter with Hellfire missiles. We'll also see the ubiquitous Cobra in the form of the Zephyr to provide some gunship support. Anti-air, however, may be one of Israel's weaker points, with all its good AA being radar guided, with Hawk variants and Vulcan variants, short-range infrared will include Chaparral's Stingers, plus the pretty useless BTR-152. Israel is going to lack any decent infantry fighting vehicles, although they will have something pretty special. I think it's going to be the widely available super heavy armoured APC called the Nagmerchon and the Adjarit. These are going to have main battle tank grade armour, which should help you bring your infantry to the front line in one piece in these games when you are being showered by that pesky artillery. Once again, I'll just mention that Eugen are going to be streaming some gameplay on Monday, September the 19th at 7 PM Paris time, so grab that if you can. Leave below any comments about the Israeli deck. Do you think you're going to enjoy playing the Israeli deck, or do you think you're even going to enjoy playing against the Israeli deck? What do you think are the strengths and weaknesses from what you know about what's coming in the DLC? Thanks again for watching. Please do give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.